Hello, this is Chess with Bill. Right. So we're gonna do some mating, mating, mating patterns today. Yeah, boy. My chess teacher was like, "You need to learn how to checkmate," and I was like, "You're right. Let's get this done." So there we go. It's called the hook mate, which we actually did not cover. It is checkmate with a rook, knight, and pawn, along with one enemy pawn, to limit the enemy king's escape. So I haven't really learned this, um, and it's all about seeing the pattern. Okay, so I'm black. All right, my knight is controlling these squares. My pawn here is an anchor to the knight, so I think I can go here. Pushes him there. I don't really want to move this guy if I don't have to, but I do want to check him because my king is exposed, and also he's got a pawn here that's going to promote. So needs to be checks. Forcing moves. The forcing moves I've got this one. It's a check. It's a check. And then I've got this capture. So I have some other captures, but considering that I know what I'm doing with a hook mate, there's also this over here, but that's not going to do anything because he's got the bishop, so he's going to promote or steal my rook anyway. Okay, so let's say I check, he comes here. I mean, he could go back here, but then I would come there, check, come there, and he would be in checkmate. So here, if he comes there, then I've got this right there, and that's the hook mate, I think. So the rook there will control all these squares and deliver the check. It'll be protected by the knight, and the knight's protected by this guy. This is occurring, and then the knight's taking that square. Right? So that's what it looks like. Hopefully my video is not too laggy. For some reason my computer's been really gnarled lately. Okay, so there's that one. I'm going to try to get through at least 10 before 20 minutes is up. I've got a goal in mind. So it seems like the hook mate is all about king here, maybe next to the knight, and the rook there. So let's just go for that pattern. Okay? So the knight's controlling this. So if I'm right, the king would be there and my knight would, or my rook would be there. I'm playing black again. Okay. So I need to reorchestrate this. Actually, I think I could just go here. This is just an example of what the other one was, right? So then I come here and then do exactly that pattern. So finding this, figuring that out, and then of course he's got to have a pawn in front of him or something in front of him, uh, like a knight. Well, actually, anything but a queen, right? Anything but a. Yeah, he's got to have a piece blocking him too. One of his own pieces. Okay, so I'm not going to move either one of these. I like the knight where it is, I think. I need to look for that pattern. This? It's so strange. Like, honestly, my brain really doesn't see it. But, I guess that doesn't really matter. Right, so this works. The problem is he had a place to go. Right? So, don't want to move this stuff. I could come here. I want to deliver a check. So that. And then he doesn't have a place to go, does he? He's got this piece. I think that's the move. That delivers a check. My knight's still defended, so he's pushed there. And that's the checkmate, right? Yeah. Do you guys see this stuff? Do you just see it? I don't. This is rather difficult for me. All right, so this is a pretty obvious check. He could go there or there. Let's say he comes here first. I've got this for checkmate. If he goes there, I've got that for checkmate. So it doesn't really matter which one he does, right? Okay, so this is 4 that I've done. Alright, so I think this lining this guy up first. Yep, and then take with the rook. So this is really the pattern that I can kind of look for. And then I want to nestle I want to hug his king. So what happens after this? He's got that move, and then I come over. It's a little bit of lazy thinking, really, on my part. Okay, so, like, I'm wondering at what point I'll have to, like, I don't know how to say this, articulate it right, but flip the board. Almost like it almost reminds me of, like, a Rubik's Cube. Does it make sense to anybody? Makes sense to me. Okay, so how do I check this guy? I think I'd check him here, and then move this guy here. It's so wild. The king looks like he's open, but he's just totally not. It's actually one of the reasons that I don't like, when playing online chess. Some people like when you click on something, it shows all the possible moves. I think it's a little bit of a cheat, or maybe not cheating, but it's like a crutch, because it really does help to have a visual representation of where your piece could be, you know? Okay, so I'm playing white. This is a discovered check, and then I get back into the position, right? Yeah, and the reason it worked, I did but because I thought he was going to take my knight with his knight, little knight on knight action. But I had this discovered check, so I can pull this maneuver. So it's either here or it's here to anchor the knight. This might be the one that I'm thinking of. See this? So he can't move this rank. This means he's got this escape square, but I've got him there. And that's checkmate. Yeah, that's what it's got to be. Sa. Let's see, what am I? I'm playing this black. I'm just actually looking at the threats he's got. You know, that looks pretty gnarly. So again, it needs to be a check. This guy's anchored, and he's protecting the knight or the rook. So I have to have a way of checking. So checking here moves him to where I want him to be, and then checkmate. All right. I mean, if you just gave me this position, I'd be like, right? But it's interesting to be like, wait a minute, there's this pattern. If I have this pattern, the king is close. I've got a rook. So where does his king need to be? His king does not want to be there, but I want his king to be there. Can't move up. I can't move the rook because it's guarding the pawn. I've got to check him. And now he's where I want him to be. And I can do that. What do I have here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's move up a little bit to 300. Plus 300. Alright. Hook mate, you know what I'm saying? That hook mate. I don't know. Right, so I'm playing as black. Threats. a pretty gnarly check here. Right. Okay. So I'm just trying to see if I did not make a check move, if I would just lose the game. Okay, so this gives me the anchor. Um, his king would only have these two squares to move to. There is fine. I can come here. And I think that is the mate. Here, my knight would be there, so I'm moving here first. He checks, let's say he moves there. I still think it's this. Does he have anywhere to go? He's got, no he doesn't. Yeah, so it's either way. Alright, so I've got the anchor here. This is where my rook wants to be, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so he's got that move. This would be a great check. But then it would relinquish that. Oh, I see. So he needs a something blocking him. Here's a check on the king. I don't think I can check the king another way. This checks, but it loses. This checks, but it loses. Actually, maybe that is it. Pushes him down there. He doesn't have either any of those squares, or that one, or that one. So that's what it is. Yeah. Interesting. So in this one, and this is what I meant like by it turning. So if I look at it like that, well, actually no, that's just a different pattern. Maybe not. My pawn is blocking because it's it's guarded, so he can't take it. Really, it's the rook and the knight kind of have this relationship with the king. The rook's right next to him, the knight's at a diagonal. The king and rook, or I'm sorry, the king's being flanked by two pieces. And then the knight's over there. Okay. It's a different way of thinking about chess. So I was thinking this to kind of get into it. Let's try that. And then here. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, right, dup. There we go. I'm thinking that. I'm thinking it, which means it is. Okay, so I'm playing as black. So the king is flanked. I've got a knight, which is good to go. King's being obstructed here. So how do I check the king? I've got a knight move. Don't I? Wait, no, I don't. What am I thinking? I don't have a knight move. A knight move! It'd be there or there. What is my situation? It's not dire. Although if he can get his queen, like if he can queen here and then go there, I guess I have this. Okay, so I have time is the point. Time to make a move that is not a check, because I can't check him anyway. What's the position that I want? I like this. I want my rook there. That's what needs to happen. So this guy needs to get out of the way. However, if my rook is there, he gets took. So can I remove that rook? I think it's got to be this move. Maybe that right there. Comes this way. I take his queen. That. This doesn't lose the knight. How can I move that rook? Well, one way is to move here, and then he takes my knight. And then I go here and he's checkmated. Right? So that's one way. If I move here and he takes with the queen, I can take his queen. He takes my rook. I check him here. He can get out there, anywhere. And his next move that he gets, he can queen, and he gets his queen back. His queen for my rook, that's no good. As in, it's like a phantom queen. Like he gets a free rook, basically. I think. Okay, other things I could do. I could come here. His king could take, or he could move his rook away. But that still doesn't help because my rook needs to be here. Yeah. For example, let's say I come here and he takes with the king. Now I've checked him. He's back. This doesn't work though. Let's say here he takes. No. I was thinking I could do something here, but well, actually, hold on. No. Can I move the king to there? No. Come here. He takes that way. Take back. Takes here. No good. I think it's got to be either here or here just because I don't have any other moves. So I obviously do not see this pattern very well. Because it's like staring at me in the face and I kind of sort of know what needs to happen. I would love his king to be there, or because that's going to take too many moves, and why would he do that? Let me walk my way into check. I want this rook gone. That's my idea. This does not really accomplish it. Well, let's say this. He could come here. I could attack. Well, no, he wouldn't come here because I'd take his rook. Here, he gets a queen. I don't know. Okay, there's another idea. Come here. He gets a queen, let's say. I come here and check him. And that's checkmate. So this is a mating threat for right there. There, he's got to respond to this. So what does he do? Maybe there? No. How does he respond to that? Here? There? No, he can't because my knight's there. What does he do after this? I guess he moves his knight there. That way when I do this and he's checked, he's got a way out. I'm just totally wrong. I kind of figured that was going to happen. I really did. I was like, you know, what's going to be funny is when... Does that not work? This happens. Check. He gets there. Right? Here, he moves there. I take. Does that not work? I guess I don't see why that doesn't work. Someone help. I actually really don't see why that doesn't work. What does he do to screw me up? What is the obvious move? Dude, I got nothing. Yeah, I don't see why that doesn't work. There, maybe? But that's it. And then I can't. Okay, that's what it is. Here, he takes my pawn with his queen, and he screws it all up. Okay, at least I found it. Wow. Okay, so it's probably something far more simple. And I just am having trouble imagining it. Let's see. What is my first move? Okay, so this he can just take. I think it's either this or this. Thing is, this works to free up that space, but it doesn't move his rook. I'm going to just try and make a couple moves. Okay. I guess maybe that. See, I just don't see it. Like, I saw that. Oh, is the... I see. So this and this delivers checkmate, just like this. Alright, I think I get it. It's the idea of, now I have that. Man, that was hard to see. That was hard to see. So I had the right idea with this, going for this checkmate square. But I could see that it wouldn't work. I could see this, but I was like, but can't he just do the same thing? Yes, he can, but now I can actually move the rook. Whoo! That was rough. That was rough. All right, y'all. That is it for today. This is the hook mate. And that was on the plus 300 on Lichess. What is going on with my hair? Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next. Peace.